What has happened? Profile is corrupt. Something has happened.
Welcome to Pinball FX3.
Where's all... No.
Guide paused.
Skip the guide.
Many of the tables you already... Main menu. Tournaments. Tournaments are your chance to come active tournaments.
Okay, all my tables are there. It's just taking away all... Well, look, there's my rank showing up there. So something happened. I had to reboot this game just now. And hey, welcome to the stream, by the way. I'm gonna wear the my COVID mask so I can look tough and cool during the stream. And it'll just be a little... It's a little Halloween for you. Do a little Halloween. A little Captain Halloween. It's very scary. I'm very intimidating when I walk around in this thing. But we got 3 new tables from the Williams Pinball FX3. We have Funhouse, Dr. Dude and his excellent Ray, and Space Station. And I like playing tournaments on things and, you know, putting my score up against other people that are playing the same table. So right now we are we're in 6th place on this tournament. Unlimited. We're gonna go ahead and play Funhouse first. Why not? Funhouse has all kind of cool stuff going on. I wish you... I mean, let's see if I can get it different. There we go. There's the playfield, and I wish I could look at the back glass, but you really can't, so... There's a lot of stuff going on. This game is kind of packed with stuff. It might have been Pat Lawler's... I think it's Pat Lawler game. His first, like... I don't think it's his first game, but it's his first, like, the one that people, like, you know, started, like, Pat Lawler's a guy to watch, and then he made Twilight Zone and Addams Family, like, right after, and, like, all 3 of these those games, this game included, just are packed with stuff on the playfield, and there's a lot of stop and go action, and there's a lot of shots that are brick walls straight to ball out. Like, he doesn't make anything easy on you. Like, and the flipper gap is gigantic. So, ball out immediately right there. What's up, DOA? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. It's nearly Halloween. I'm rocking my Punisher face mask. So the point of this thing is to... I'm not even sure what the point of the game is, other than to hit Rudy in the face, the little guy on the playfield there, hit him in the face, and get the ball in his mouth at certain points. Here's all the added bonus stuff. If you download the pack, you can play with enhanced features on the game, which are just animated stuff going on, and the color scheme's a little different, and they add a couple things here and there.
I'm not happy with you now.
What's up, Wolfpack? Welcome to the show. It was $9.99 for the 3 new tables, so that's like, you know, $3 a piece plus tax. And or if you want to get real technical, $3.33 a game. And so there's a left-hand plunger in this game too, and if I can look, it wants me to shoot, looks like the 2nd row. So to do this properly, I kind of need to see it. Alright. We went too far. But we hit Rudy in the face. Take that, Rudy. I hate, I don't mind ventriloquism per se. I think that's pretty cool, the ability to throw your voice. But I don't, some of the dummies, certain puppets are fine, you know, to me, but like, the ones that look like him, I'm not sure exactly what the term, I guess just ventriloquist dummy, you know, but like the standard creepy face ones like that, with the, they're just creepy.
That's not funny.
Uh-oh, sneaking in the back door. I don't know what this is all about. Woo, the ball went flying out. It's 11:45. The Funhouse closes in 15 minutes. Now, I'm not sure what it wants me to shoot for. Maybe that top lock up there.
I'm not happy with you now.
Pachow. Which one does it want? The second one again. Okay. Shit, that was too hard.
I'm not hungry.
I've played this game a couple times in real life. Most recently at Portal Pinball in Kennesaw. They have a table there. I'm not sure if it was actually down when I was there last, but it's been there for a while, and I've played it a couple times, and it's just, I really don't like it, and I'm hoping that playing it here a little bit more often will let me play the real one in a better context, because I suck at it. Number one, I don't really know the rules. I haven't put enough time into it, and it's a lot of stop and go nonsense, and the whole right hand side, I'm use my hand here, but the whole right hand side of this playfield is just, it's either brick shot, no point scoring, or stop and go nonsense, and like, meh. We could play better than that, though. There we go. I don't know what the skill shot is. Maybe it's to get it up there behind Rudy's head and have it drop in somewhere. I've been trying to do different things to see if I land one, you know, randomly. Ooh. It's very much a target game. You got to hit your targets. Let me I'm gonna pull up the hold on one second. Let me hold on to that ball there, and I'm gonna open up the chat so I can read things that I missed, because I'm missing stuff. So I can read things that I missed because I'm missing stuff. Hey, there it is. We got one thumbs up. You guys know how to use that thumb. Stick it up or down. Even if you stick it down, I don't care, but do some interaction with it. You came in here, hit the fucking switch. Everybody on this platform complains about it, says bad stuff about it. I'm gonna start making y'all do it. Okay, so we got Wolfman, we got Wolfpack, we got DOA. Just chilling, keeping my blunts rolled tight and getting ready to jump back into Nier Autobot Megatron. Anybody else play Nier Auto Hakuna Matata? No, I've seen it. I have not played that. I'm not a Jeff Dunham fan. Little too tame for me. I don't like him either. He's an okay ventriloquist, but I don't find him funny. What's up, Linda? Welcome to the show. Everybody is so cool with their little blue things. We got Metropolis is in the house. How about David Strassman Wolf? I don't know about that. I don't know who that is. Cap, the skill shot is around the middle of the back of the table, the trap door. Okay, so is that the back door? Rudy's up there behind. I've knocked a shot in there before. I'm acting like I can point to the screen you're looking at, but I really can't. But up there to the left of Rudy's head, like just behind it, I've dropped a couple things into Rudy's hideout, I think is what it's called, or something like that. I've definitely done that a couple times. But this game will make, you know, these games like this, the ones that I don't like, there's a reason I don't like them, and it's generally because I'm not good at it, and I need to play a different style to be good at that table. I think that might be the key to getting better at pinball, is to really start accommodating the actual game and change your style up to what the table demands you play. Playing more EM games lately and working on those and fixing them. They're brutal, generally very brutal. Those games wanted your dimes, they wanted your nickels, and they were gonna get them. And they do not baby coddle you at all. Like this game, that was terrible. There's no ball save. I like that sometimes, but there's just generally, you know, no forgiveness. They want your quarter, and they're gonna get it. And this game, it feels more of like a marksman type game, and I'm not much of a marksman. I'm much more reactionary when I play. So I need to work on that. Haven't had any time to work on any artwork, but I'll get you some eventually. Wolfpack making artwork. for Linda, the gamer girl. Yes, to the left of Rudy's head. Hard to hit because it's a Lawler game. Yeah, it's not Pat Lawler's first game though, right? I thought that was maybe the shot, but it was too much mustard on that hot dog. Right in there, where it dropped in right now. If it's gonna drop, it might drop there. It might come back around to that flipper. Okay, so it locked into that hole up there. All right, let me pull out and see if we can. Let me pull out. See if we get it. You know what? With my face covered, I'm getting many more viewers than I normally get. Maybe I should just cover my face and do everything with the face covering on. Up there, get up there. Yeah! That's the skill shot? Well, it's on like Donkey Kong now, son. I might have put, I don't know, 15, 20 games in real life on one of these machines, so I'm not at all familiar with it very well, you know what I mean? And especially what's the idea? Like, should I be locked? I'm going for multi-ball, I guess, and lock the ball is good for multi-ball. You know, what's my strategy? But my strategy should be to accumulate points and be better than that. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's read this. Funhouse was launched in October 1990 by Williams, and it was designed by the acclaimed game designer Pat Lawler. 10,750 units were made. It was the prelude for Lawler's two biggest hits, The Addams Family and Twilight Zone, which is what I said at the beginning of the stream. Funhouse is not to be mistaken for Fun House, which was Williams' earlier electromechanical pinball table from 1965. The game is watching you was the marketing slogan of the table. Williams introduced the pinmation technology of living ventriloquist Rudy the doll. With his working eyeballs and eyelids, Rudy watches the ball movement and comments during the game with lip sync. He picks on the players and gives nicknames for each of them, like Chucky, Spunko, Bucko, or Biff. Spunko, Spunky, Chucky, Spunko, Biff. In exchange, the player can smack him in his jaw, or even the ball can be shot in his mouth. At midnight, Rudy falls asleep, and he can be wakened up with a shot into his throat while he is snoring. Then multi-ball begins. Which I think I might have done that one time on a real table. Nope. Way too weak.
Where did you go now?
That little trapdoor exit can be critical too. It likes to toss it right down the middle. Hit him in the face! Damn it, Kevin. I also don't nudge nearly enough. I could nudge way more, especially since it's not a real machine and your nudge shakes the whole machine really well. There, I went too hard in the paint. Get around there. Let's go back to the regular looking table here, get rid of that extra animation stuff, and you can just see what a real machine looks like.
The door's open, buddy. I feel like a million.
Metropolis says, personally not a fan of Funhouse. I'm here to see Space Station. Well, that can happen. We'll play through this ball and we'll go on to the next. I don't mind switching them up. I've got a bunch of tables to play, and I do like playing this on a live stream because of that. Like, at least there's variety in the fact that I can switch tables up and not have to like start a new stream, get a new game going through the PS4. I don't. I actually. You gotta be shitting me. I have the ability. That was terrible. It might have saved that ball. That ball might have got saved just because it was a 0-point scoring situation. And it went like right out. But now that one's not gonna be saved. Nope. Terrible. How many tables per game? When you buy this pack right now, there's 3 tables in the new pack. So $9.99 for Funhouse, Space Station, and Dr. Dude and his excellent Ray. But there are like, I want to say 12 or so Williams and Bally tables available now on this Pinball FX3, and you can also download all the tables and play demo versions of them, you know, test them out before you purchase anything. And I believe you can buy them individually as well. But there's all kind of stuff on here. Alright, that was another terrible round of Funhouse, but we're just kind of showing off the game anyway, so let's go there.
Tournament results.
Tournament results. You're terrible. Get out of here. Right now I'm at 6th place in that tournament, but let's, like, Whitewater's a real machine, Attack from Mars is a real machine, Hurricane, we're playing on tournament mode right now, so that's what, you can only see so many games are available to see here. Hurricane mode, Fishtails, Gopher, No Good Gophers, those are both real. The Star Wars stuff is all nonsense and fake. There's Dr. Dude, and there's Space Station. This is a survival mode tournament for Space Station. Let's see if anybody's got a regular mode going for one. Well, the only tournament for that one right now is that, so we can create our own tournament.
Is easy. Create tournament.
Let's make Space Station, and we'll do open tournament, classic, 3 balls, you get 5 plays to get your best score up. Create that tournament. And we're going to go ahead and play that tournament. Metropolis says, I have a Hurricane. Hurricane is a fun game. I have this on here. Obviously, I've got it on a couple other virtual pinball things, too. I've had a couple virtual pinball machines that I've built here and sold. I don't have one at the moment. The last one I did was built in a 78 Bally Playboy body. And it was on there, too. I love Hurricane. I love pretty much everything from like 81 up. I'm a huge fan of, and most of the stuff from the 70s I'm a pretty big fan of too. So but it's hard to, with the exception of some shitty Bally Midway games from the early 80s and a lot of wonky ass Gottlieb stuff, like I'm a big fan of every pinball machine, you know. And even a shitty Gottlieb is better than not having a pinball machine. You know what I mean? If that's all you got, you've still got an awesome pinball machine. It's just not the best pinball machine. But like Surfing Safari, I love that game. It's goofy as hell, but like there's just something about it. It speaks to me. But there are bad ones. Motordome is just a piece of crap. This game's pretty cool because there's no in lanes and there's just slingshots above your flippers. And you got to be good at stalling and catching and hitting your targets on this one too. This is a target game, and there goes the ball out. Smash! JT. What's up, buddy? This is my Halloween COVID face. What is my favorite all-time pinball machine? That's like asking me to name my favorite all-time Nintendo game. That's kind of tough to do. I think in real life, playing-wise, my favorite machine to play in real life is probably Medieval Madness. But I will say the brand new Jersey Jack pinball machine of the Pirates of the Caribbean is closing in on that game because I've got to play a good bit of it lately here at Portal in Kennesaw, and that game is just effing incredible. And they run like 12 grand used. They were $9,000 brand new. They've only gone up in price. They only made so many. They stopped making them because of the licensing issues, and they may or may not go back into production with them eventually, but right now they're not, so the second-hand market has just gone nuts on it, but it's an awesome game. And then probably right there next to it is a game called Whodunit, which is like a murder mystery clue kind of game where you're in a hotel in a casino and trying to solve a murder, and you gotta go through the suspects and deal with all kind of nonsense and fun stuff. I love that game. Addams Family is a freaking great game. That is probably, a lot of people would say that is the #1 pinball machine of all time. There's a lot of people that, you know, I don't know if you've been to Pinside, Pinside, pinside.com, but that's kind of like the pinball, you know, Facebook. It's kind of the place to go to talk pinball and do stuff pinball. And I think it is it and Medieval Madness I know is up there too, but I think Twilight Zone, Addams Family, and Medieval Madness, Attack from Mars, Monster Bash are probably the top 5 of all time, you know, like considered by most people and on their ranking system as well. It's kind of a Metacritic for pinball machines, the way their ranking works though, so it's, take it with a grain of salt. Everybody's got opinions, you know. But Addams Family is an amazingly fun game. Honestly, I've kept more people around tonight wearing a mask than I ever have using my own face, so I might just start wearing a mask for the rest of my life. You might not see CaptNRetro's face ever again, and that's probably what you want. Number 2 would be not hearing my voice, and number 1 is not seeing my face, so maybe I should get a voice code changer and change my face as well. Let's play again. That was terrible. Did I hear One Up Arcade One Up is starting to produce pinball machines? Yes, I've heard. Well, they're making, you know, little virtual ones, and that's cool. That I might buy from them just for the fact that if you can hack it real quick and throw in 1,000 tables on it, you know what I mean? Like that's totally worth it, because virtual pinball is a video game first and foremost. You know what I mean? Like I get it, and that I'm way more cool than getting 3 games on a fucking arcade and being charged $300 for it. Like, what? $400 for it? What? $500 for a brand new one? What's going on? Ooh, it's got a lit marquee on it. They want another $100. Like, what's happening? And it's only got 4 games? What are you talking about? But with the pinball machine, you know, you're paying for the 4 games or whatever will be on it, and then you can just hack it, which I guess is what you can do with an arcade 1-up too. And I'm a little bit of an elitist snob about it because of what I mean, I don't mean to be, but I'm like, I pay the same price or less for full-size arcade machines all the fucking time. And people come on to my 1 or 2 times that I did mention an arcade 1-up in a video, it's A, my most viewed shit, and B, like I hated on it and people hated on me for hating on it. So I was like, okay, well, you know, to each their own, but like it's a piece of chintzy shit, and you should might as well buy it if you only care about emulating games anyway and you don't mind the emulation factor. Buy a fucking full-size machine and emulate on that thing. Throw a fucking 60-in-1 board in it for $60, and you know what I mean? And like, you can buy an arcade machine for $100, $150, $200, something nice too. Generally, I've found a lot of them, so they're out there. And if all you care about is having an arcade machine, then you should do that and get a real arcade machine. Then if you're like, I know I got size issues and that's all I can get in my apartment, and like, okay, then I totally understand that, and I know there's a market for it, but let me explain why that's just a terrible idea, because it's going to fall apart and it's going to start being a piece of shit real fast, and you're going to hate it after a while, and you're going to be like, I should have bought a real machine. I do like the size of it. I think it's adorable. And I'm terrible at this game, apparently. I've seen, I mean, if you look at your Let Go or your Craigslist or whatever, you're going to see people selling them for under what they were worth, under what they bought them for. Barely used. I bought it for the kids. It's $80. I've come across them in the $75 to $100 range. The Pac-Mans, the Galagas, the first run. So when I see a Mortal Kombat 2 in that range, I'll pick up one because I love that game and I love that little machine. I think it's adorable, and yeah, it'll go cute in my bedroom. But I'll hack the shit out of it and I'll put up a billion games on it, and you know, I'm not paying full price for it though. I refuse. I do like the size of it though. I think it's adorable. Captain Incognito hype. Michael Winan, there's a new name I have not heard or seen in a while. Welcome to the show. Who Done It is a lot of fun. AC/DC and the Guns N' Roses tables are my top 2. The original Guns N' Roses Data East machine is incredibly fun. I have spent a good amount of time playing that game. The new one I have not seen or touched yet. It looks beautiful. I don't really want to see fat Axl Rose and chubby Slash and old versions of them, so I don't know why they went with like modern footage and stuff. Like, give me concert footage from the Paradise City days of 1987 and stuff like that. And like, I know there's a chick in the band. This is gonna get me canceled. I know there's a girl in the band. Apparently there's like some girl that's playing keys and maybe like working DJ equipment and shit for them and backup singing and whatever. And like, no offense, but that's not my Guns N' Roses, man. Like, I love women, don't get me wrong. I love musicians. It's just, when I look at that band, I do not expect to see a lady on stage with them. Like, it makes me feel weird about songs like My Michelle and things, and, you know, just the decadence of them, and they're like, there shouldn't be a chick on stage with them. Chicks are for after the show, backstage with them. It's Guns and fucking Roses. It's rock and roll and fucking sex and drugs, and like, yes, women can rock, but like, go do your own band. You got your own. I don't get it, and that's sexist. It might be whatever, misogynistic. I don't know. I just don't think it looks right with a chick playing with Guns N' Roses. Visually, it makes my brain question. Come here, kitty. What's wrong? What's wrong, boo boo? Oh, my little kitty dead flip is crawling in my lap as we speak. And she's like, you quit talking about women like that, damn it, I'm one of them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, aesthetically, it doesn't look right for a chick to be rocking up there with Guns N' Roses for more than like a duet. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman thoughts. This game is not easy to keep balls collected. That sounds... It's hard to talk about pinball without saying a lot of gay stuff. It's hard to keep them balls collected on my little flip. But anyway, my little kitten dead flip here. She's not a kitten, she's a year and a half old now, but I think she got in a fight with another cat in the neighborhood recently, because she's got a little tear on her ear that's healing up, a little scar that's gonna be there, and she had some limping issues. Like 2 days ago, she was limping on her front paw, but that seems to have gone away now. But this afternoon, I noticed like her right eye is kind of cloudy. Like when you see light reflected in cats' eyes, you know, you'll see one of them is like regular, and the other one is like kind of cloudy and misty looking, and she like is kind of, you know, like a big pupil kind of action, and she's either sick or getting over a cold or something, or that cat got her sick with something. I don't know, so I need to take her to the vet. She's now been sleeping in my lap. Now she's crawled in my lap here, and she's sleeping. She's been basically laying down for like the last 4 hours in here, and that's not normal. Normally she's up outside all day long, comes in for 30 minutes, hangs out with me, and then leaves again. So something's going on. Anyway, L7 rules. I love chick bands. I love women. Linda, please don't take my words terribly. It's awful. I just don't, it doesn't make sense in my brain to see Guns N' Roses and like a chick on stage with them, like for more than a duet. Anyway, let's go. I am waiting to see what happens in a year or two, because many people have been, yes, I read that. I don't think the one-up stuff has the same feel and heaviness of the actual stuff. I see them as more of a novelty or for kids. Yeah, I mean, they're not meant to be, you know. The ones you see at Walmart are broken and beaten to pieces, because that's what's going to happen to that thing after 400 plays on it, and a bunch of rough-ass kids coming running through there and tearing on it, and everybody and their brother yanking on it and fiddling with it, and their gross, dirty hands are going to ruin the stuff. So, like, I understood that those are, you know, the test models on the floor are not indicative of every machine that comes out and what's going to happen to them within the first week, but, like, give it 2 years. Give it 2 years of steady play in that thing in your house, and like, you're gonna be like, man, this thing's so gross and stupid looking now. Oh, ball out. Linda says, yeah, keep her inside for a minute just to make sure she's okay. Yeah, I think she's all right. She's just, maybe she got a little kitty cold. Maybe she got that kitty COVID. Maybe she needs a little kitty mask. Did I ever play Hercules? Yes, the giant pinball machine. Yes, I've played that. There's one in Gatlinburg right now that I know of. There's a awesome like pinball arcade museum up there in Gatlinburg, across from the Gatlinburg Space Needle in Tennessee. And I actually sold them a Play Choice 10 and something else. I can't remember exactly. I think it was a pinball machine, maybe. I'm not sure. I delivered some stuff up to him, and then on the way down, I ended up driving like 3 hours past my house in Georgia to go get a Royal Rumble pinball machine. There's an episode about that somewhere, but you can see that place in that episode.
You're back on course.
This game is not easy, especially with the lack of in lanes. You really, and it's a lot of timed shots too. Oh my God, get it. There was one of these for sale recently. The guy was asking, I think, $1,600 for it. Something like that. It's not a bad price. It's a 3-ball multi-ball game. That's pretty cool. And it's probably from 81, 82, something like that. Metropolis, thanks for stopping by, man. Have a great night. I'm going to catch this ball and read some comments. Yeah, the one-up's calling me a snob, but I risk my life meeting sketchy people and haul them out of creepy places, then kill my back getting real arcades and pins in my basement. I'm not going to buy one at Walmart. Exactly. Exactly. Ha, not being sexist, you just have preference when it comes to the singer of a band. It's not about her singing. I don't mind the backup chick singer. Like, Motley Crue had 3 girls that were on stage, but they were like, they fit. Like, they were dressed like slutty nurses, and they were part of the Dr. Feelgood tour. And, like, it made sense. It was part of, like, the show. But, like, I don't know. I feel sexist. I love women. I have no problem with women at all. Other than, like, when I see them mixed with my fucking rock and roll bands. It just doesn't make sense. Go rock in your own band. I appreciate you stopping by, No Troubles. Have a good night. They make kitty masks? We're going to get a kitty mask for her. Yeah, L7 is great. I used to listen to a nice Maiden tribute album called A Call to Irons, and some chicks really kicked some ass in their renditions of Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Dude, again, women can fucking rock. I'm not trying to say they don't rock. I'm just saying it doesn't look right with Guns N' Roses, who used to talk about like the cover of the Guns N' Roses album, the very first Guns N' Roses album in 1987, the Appetite for Destruction. The opening cover was a girl being raped by a giant fucking like mini-toothed monster, like not being raped but being attacked, and she's like half naked behind a fence behind an alley. Like, that was the cover of the album, and they got pulled and they had to replace that cover with the cross with all their skulls on it, which you saw. Like, that band made a statement with their first album, like, we are here to fuck and party and like cause mayhem. And like, it just doesn't make sense with a lady in the band. If a lady had been in the band the whole time, that's different. White Zombie had a bass player, a girl bass player, Sean. She's gorgeous. Played the shit out of some bass. Awesome musician. She started with the band. It made sense. I'll stop talking about it because it's just going to get me canceled.
Liberty Dock.
It's aesthetically weird. And I don't care to see fat-ass Axl Rose in his old years running around. I want young, skinny Axl Rose that I don't... You know, show me the old stuff, the old party clips. Give me Duff McKagan and Steven Adler on the drums. I don't care about your other drummers and all the 94. Gilby Clarke. Fuck you, Gilby Clarke. You're not part of my Guns N' Roses. I want to see the original 5. You know what I mean? That's all I care about. If the original Data East machine has it. Well, that was another terrible Space Station game. Mr. Brownstone is maybe their quintessential song, but Rocket Queen is my favorite. My favorite Guns N' Roses song is Rocket Queen. Well, we're tournament rank 1 in our own tournament. We got 2 more attempts on this machine before our tournament kicks us out of our own tournament. Let's put a hurting on it. Oh, well, that's not going to put a hurting on it going out that early. MC Ma. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the ridiculousness. Don't forget to slap that like button in the face. If you don't like what I'm saying, don't forget to slap that I don't like this button in the face. But by God, give me some interaction. We got to build these hours and numbers up. CaptNRetro's on a mission, boys and girls. The latest episode that I put out is the most viewed thing I put out in like 6 months. I don't know why. It's possibly because the title is pretty fucking clickbaity. But it's the absolute truth, so it's not really clickbait because what you see is what I did. But it's no different than any other video that I normally make, and I don't understand why it's almost gotten 300 views in the 2 days. So I'm proud of it, and I'm ready to get some numbers crunching here, and I don't know what exactly to do to keep it rolling, but It was about arcade stuff, and is it because I put Arcade 1-Up in the description or in the title and like called him out and said Arcade 1-Up hashtag can suck one? I don't know. It hasn't really garnered that much hate as a video, so it's gotten 2 thumbs down, but most of the thumbs have been up. So we're working on that. We're working on that, and that's the other reason for the mask. Maybe you're sick of seeing my stupid face. I'm sick of seeing my stupid face. I wake up every day and have to look at this stupid face. You guys don't have to, and I shouldn't subject you to it. So I'm gonna keep my face covered. We're gonna maybe get a voice modulator changer. We were talking about that. Apparently it's either my face or my voice that people don't like. That's why they don't come back when they click subscribe. So we gotta fix that. Fix my face, fix my voice. Hello, boys and girls. I just keep talking like this from now on. Nobody even knows what I look like. So I can just sound like this and it would not matter. It's better than my normal voice, apparently. Alright, Space Station, you're a butt-kicking of a game. All 3 of these games, to be quite honest with you, the new ones, are pretty hard. Dr. Dude is no exception as well. You could use a voice mod on PS3, damn. If only. If only in butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a merry to donk fest. You know what I'm talking about? God damn it, ball out immediately. Brutal. Brutal McChicken parts. This game also has a pulsing, I love the song in it too, like the music. It's got a very pulsing soundtrack, very heartbeat-esque. Woo! We're double dangered up there. We're gonna be tilting if we keep whacking away on the old tilty stick. Something's counting down. Something's going to blow up. Shit! Ball out. YouTube is weird sometimes. I've seen some channels blow up overnight for no discernible reason. Yeah, that'd be great to see. It happened 2 summers back. I got a shout out from a bigger channel than mine, and I gained like 300 subs in the course of like 2 months. It was like the fastest growth I've ever had, and then it all petered off and died again. I did not have a happy Unta Donk Fest. But I'm sick of my buddy MC Murr kicking my ass in numbers. I mean, he makes the worst content. I don't know if y'all have watched that guy's channel, but it couldn't suck harder if I paid it $5. Like, here's $5, suck harder. It couldn't. So, you know, fuck him and fuck his 3,000 plus subscribers. I gotta get there. He was so far behind me. I was kicking his ass in numbers for a good couple years, and then the sumbitch started making videos that people actually clicked on, and that changed his whole world. The moon, and I've been shooting for the ground, and I contact first lately, so that's what's going on. He's probably stopped watching already. He's on vacation with his family, and they're up in the mountains. And but also, fuck his channel. Fuck you, man. What happened? CaptNRetro was the one who was the #1 of the 2 of us, and now we got to reacquire. We have to reacquire such numbers. All right, we got 0 more play attempts. Looks like 2.2 million was the best we could do on it, because we're talking and we're terrible at these games because they're new and we never really played them before. Neither here nor over to the left. So we can't play another tournament. I can't make another tournament, but this one is a normal tournament for Dr. Dude, and we can get it on it. So this is Dr. Dude and his excellent Ray, which I believe is thank you, DOA. I don't want any wizard powers. I don't play with upgrades. I'm just here to play the normal way. It's probably not smart. That's probably why I don't do as many points as other people. But I think this game is either a sequel to or the prequel of Party Dudes. I also have Party Zone, technically. I think they're all intertwined. Let's see. Get hip, earn respect, be the envy of your friends was one of the marketing slogans of the game, and it said it all. The aim of the game is to reach the ultimate hipness, like Dr. Dude did with his excellent Ray. According to the Backglass art, Dr. Dude's original name was Ben A. Glitch, before his awesome biomedical breakthrough which transformed him into the Guru of Groove. The backglass art is a comic page with speech bubbles which tell the story of Dr. Dude's invention, the excellent ray. The before and after photos of Dr. Dude is a lenticular image which shows the before state if it is viewed from sideways. Dr. Dude's triangle shades are made from this kind of image as well. When you look at the back box, use the flippers to change the angle. That's pretty cool. The three most excellent ingredients of Hypnus are represented on the table by different features. An electromagnet is responsible for the magnetic personality, a heart-shaped guitar target for the heart of rock and roll, and a saucer under a gift box for the gift of gab. Mixing them together in the Mixmaster does something or other. I wasn't fast enough to read it. The first ever gazillion shot, the jackpot during the Super Dude rank, was originally a response to the Williams Comet table, which was incorrectly marketed as the first ever chance to make $1 million in a single shot. Williams' 1957 Arrowhead was that table. The big shot figure, the bully constantly insults the players during the game. Hitting him by shooting the boxing glove target is a sweet revenge, not to mention that there is a consolation prize for outlane drains if he was beaten. Nice. Nice! The skill shot of the table is constantly available during the gameplay. By hitting the eye exam target at the correct time, the player will be called way cool. The match sequence of the table has an animation. A magnet attracts the word match and the last two digits of the player's scores, thus they are mixed up together. Then the magnet reverses polarity and the repelled result will be the match number. Ridiculous. Created and distributed under license from Williams Electronics Games Incorporated. Bally is a trademark of Caesar's License Company. Blah blah blah. Beep. All right, let's play some Dr. Dude. Magnetic personality. So there's some pop bumpers up there. There's an orbit right there that goes about halfway. Okay, it came all the way around because of the pop. Oh shit, well that ain't good. Right down the middle. Soundtrack from the Nier game I'm playing is pretty epic and involved, pretty good for what it wants to be. Good. What kind of game is Nier? Is that sword fighting? What are we talking about here? Ninja game? It sounds like a ninja game. Fuck you too, CaptNRetro. I lost subs because how life is. Yeah, well, I lose subs every other day. I've been sitting on 2070 for the longest time. I'm sure it'll go back down pretty soon. It's so you can sing. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. I can't get any subs. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do you think it's due to the fact that I don't upload? Nah, I can't be. That might have something to do with the low numbers. Everybody's talking to each other. Legacy of Darkness. More Castlevania from Big Family Gaming. What's up, BFG? More like a Kingdom of Hearts game. Okay, so like hack and slash RPG. With Disney characters and a stupid looking sword. The Keyblade looks dumb. I will say it. And there's a lot of dumb swords in video games. The top 10 dumbest swords in video games go. I'll say the Keyblade is number 5. It's gonna sit in the middle of the list. The Bag of Tricks. Alright, let's hit the big middle ramp for once. Oh my god, we missed it again. Oh my god, we missed it. Oh god. Nier has the gameplay kind of all over the place. It's anime style open world hack and slash with some shmup RPG elements. Okay. Get around that corner. Go up the ramp. Here we go. Up the ramp. Nope. The Bag of Tricks. Oh, he got hit in the balls with an extra ball. Well, here's what the real game looks like. I've actually played this once or twice in real life too. I've got a buddy that has one The guy that I sold my Rescue 911 to, he's got one over there. But I've only got to play like 3 or 4 times on it, not very often. So I don't know what the skill shot is off the top of the bat here, but if there is one. They said something about the eye, you'll be called way cool.
Hey, how you doing? Bonjour.
What the hell was that? So is this game like Weird Science? This guy was a nerd and he built himself like a powerful computer thing that shot him with a beam and turned him into something cool. I'm guessing that's what the theory of this game is. Great. Big score. Ball out. "2B is from Kingdom Hearts.
Tournament
Dildo
results.
sword from Saints Row the Third is 4th. Okay, we'll put that in there. The dildo sword. That big ass Final Fantasy sword is number 3. There's a Soul Blade, the video game Soul Blade. There's a character that, is it Soul Blade? Maybe it's Tekken. One of those has a guy with a ridiculously oversized, ridiculous blade that would, like, you couldn't pick it up. There's no, and he's wielding it with one hand. It's like there's no moving that thing comfortably. Like, you can't, you get one type of poke with it. That's about it. Seriously, more people have stuck around with me wearing a mask than have ever watched my show in continual patterns here for longer than 5 minutes. I'm impressed with you guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm terrible at Dr. Dude apparently too. I can't get 1,000,000 points. Pathetic. There's a cajillion point shot on this game. And we just lost that ball. Great. Great. We'll start it again. 2B is the main character of Nier Automata. 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 Hey man, Automata. Automata with you, dog. Let's get the ramp. We missed it. Can we hit the ramp? Fuck! Don't forget to front hand, backhand that like button with a good slappity, you know what, a knife edge chop, that'll work. The backhand knife edge chop, we'll take it. Or is it supposed to be Bill and Ted? I don't know what the hell's happening. I definitely know I would never use a surgeon named Dr. Dude. Like, that was just his nickname. Call me Dude. I will not be calling you Dude, sir. You need to find me a new physician. It's like, bro, your shit's all fucked up and like, the chart, it's like, you talk gay and, yeah, that's the kind of doctor that would be named Dr. Dude, is the guy from Idiocracy. Code to Quest. Is this pack a like, yes or no? As a pinball fanatic, I will say yes, it's a like. Let's play this one again. I'm not really putting too much thought into the gameplay as I talk here and play, but yes, I love all these games in real life, with the exception of Funhouse. It is not my most favorite machine, but this game that the couple times I've gotten to play it in a real place, it's been fun. And Space Station is a classic, but people, you know, Funhouse, don't get me wrong, Funhouse is a classic pinball machine as well, and very highly, you know, regarded and sought after. But it kind of makes me mad. There's a lot of dead ball shots on that game, a lot of bricks. Not like I can do anything about it. I'm playing terribly right now, but there's a lot of brick shots and a lot of dead area on the right side of that game that just it turns me off. Plus, I'm not a big fan of ventriloquist dummy heads, and like that thing is creepy as fuck. I know it's not a horror table, but there is an old horror movie, and I believe it's called Funhouse. where like this evil ventriloquist doll comes to life or is part of the murderous group of whatevers, and like you could totally retheme that machine into like a nightmare version of that game, and it would work, and that would appeal to me more just because I'm scared of it than the one that's like supposed to be cutesy, you know, clown marionette kind of thing. It is scary though. I'm not a fan. I don't like his face. There's a guy, my parents watched this game show, Idiot Test, I guess is what it's called. It looks like the word idiotist. It's all smushed together, but Idiot Test. And the dude that hosts that game show looks like fucking Rudy from Funhouse. Like, you could put little lines on the side of his face, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference if that was Rudy from the game show or, you know what I mean, the guy from the game show or Rudy from Funhouse. He's frightening. Like, it scares me enough that, like, if I had a kid that came out looking like that, I'd have to, like, abandon it immediately. Right there. In the gutter we birthed it in. Nope, this one stays in the gutter, honey. Sorry. By the way, it's Halloween season. I'm a big, huge, loving, gigantic fan of Halloween and all being spooky and weird and creepy and morbid. And the comedy and the face wrap tonight reflects said things, so please don't take any of my disgusting jokes as something literal. These are all jokes, and I'm just a big goofball wearing a skull mask. I do not plan on leaving babies in the gutters where I birthed them. Hashtag no babies in gutters.
Tournament results.
We're terrible at this game. We can play better. Come on. Shitballs! We're not any better than we were just a second ago, apparently. The hashtag's taking over. I've started a movement. A bowel movement. I like the sound effects in this game a lot. I'm a big fan of that late 80s, early 90s video game sound effects. The tones of the synthesizers from back then are very nostalgic for me. I tell you what, it's not a virtual game, but there probably is a version of it. There definitely is a version of it, but I don't have one at the moment. But of the Flintstones pinball machine I played the other day, if you go back to my streams from a couple weeks ago, I was playing a Flintstones machine, and I was having a nostalgia throwback with that game like I didn't expect. I liked the Flintstones a good bit as a kid. I mean, you know, as a kid you watch that. I'm 42, so that shit was on in reruns all the time as a kid, you know what I mean? The Flintstones and the Jetsons and anything Hanna-Barbera is terrific. So those sound effects, like all the cartoon sound effects that go off in that game, were like nostalgia trigger, like bam, bam, bam. And I was having way more fun with that game than I thought I should be. And now I kind of want one, just because of the cool sound effects that it makes that are like old cartoon sounds. It's terrific. Stu Baca's in the house. What's up, Stu Baca? I have been terrific. How are you?
Tournament results.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. I'm terrible at freaking Dr. Dude. From the town of Bedrock. I gotta get better at this Dr. Dude. Fuck you, game. We're restarting. That's not cool. Ball out immediately. The joy of virtual pinball. You can restart it when you don't like the outcome. You did not lose a quarter. You gotta be shitting me, game. It's happening again. Here we go! Wah, wah. Wah, wah. You really gotta, I can get more, I need to work on my precision. Alright, so all this, look, old guys spinning around, all that stuff is the extra animation that they add to the game. I like that a lot about these table packs on the Pinball FX3. They, you know, it's not just a, here's the game that's been out for 20 years and you can buy it again. They've done a little bit to it, you know what I mean? They sauced it up a little bit. They took a pig out in the back and they put that lipstick on that hog, and it's pretty cute now. It's not an ugly hog with that lipstick on it. actually, there's none of these games are pigs, but the most unwanted to me would have been Funhouse. Like, I could take or leave that game, leave or take, whatever you want to call it. What's that? I could take it or leave it. It's all right. It's not my favorite Lawler game. My favorite Lawler game is probably NASCAR. Suck on that. NASCAR is fucking incredible fun. And then I'd say next is Twilight Zone, and then Addams Family. NASCAR is incredibly good. Also, did he do Bonsai Run? He might have done Bonsai Run too. I really like Bonsai Run. It's very simple, but just the back glass alone, it makes that game worth its weight in gold. I would love to have one of those one day. El Caxi's in the house. What's up? Welcome to the show. It's spoopy season here on CaptNRetro. Spoopy. S-P-O-O-P-Y. Spoopies? I got them spoopies. It's spoopy around here. It's spoopy season. We're playing terribly, but we're having a good time talking to the crowd.
Tournament results.
When I was little, I went to Hanna-Barbera Land in Houston before it closed. Nice. I remember going to, I want to say Nickelodeon, whatever the Nickelodeon thing was down at Universal Studios, and they had Hanna-Barbera Fun Zone or some shit inside there where it had a bunch of video games and like video interactive things that you could make your own sound effects. Like, they had all these buttons on this big thing, you could go smash them and it would make different sound effects, so as you were watching the cartoon you could make the soundtrack for it and stuff. That was awesome. I've always, you know, I'm a musician, and that's what I do, and the reason you don't see me make videos about music on this channel is because that's what I do in the real world, and how dare me to judge anyone else's work that I'm trying to get paid for doing the same thing. So like, I don't talk shit about that, but video games and nonsense I'll talk about because I didn't make them. And I don't make them, I can't make them, but the stuff I do make, you're not gonna hear me reviewing music on this channel. That's not my place. My place is to create and love that other people do the same thing, and I do. So I love music, and I'll talk about music in a very glowing fashion, but you won't. People have asked me, like, why don't you start a channel where you critique albums, or you talk about, you know, your favorite stuff music-wise and like your favorite soundtracks? And I'm like, that's not, no. No, because like, just because I'm a musician, that doesn't give me any place to like think that I'm an expert on anything, you know what I mean? I'm always learning, I'm always growing, and I don't know everything, and I barely know anything, to be quite honest with you, in the grand scheme of shit. I know what I like, and what I like to play, and what I like to hear, but other than that, like, I didn't go to school for it. I can't read music, so like, who am I to fucking talk about somebody else's album? Like, that's just as a, if I was like, you know, if I'd gone to Berkeley and like studied music, and I could write theses on why musical, you know, variations exist between different modes, and like, what's going on? I don't even know what I'm talking about now. No thank you. I also don't want people, you know what I mean, you're welcome to critique my work, especially with the films we've made. I've made 2 movies so far. We're working on just we're not I want to release some really big news, but I'm not allowed to yet until I sign on the dotted line, so I'm not gonna fucking ruin that by mentioning anything. But something cool's gonna happen, and like, I'm not a critic. I'm a gamer and a musician. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to critique things, so that's why I don't make stuff like that. But I have been thinking about doing, because I do work in the field, and I like the fact that I not necessarily reviews or critiquing movies, but doing like a movie watch-along series where stuff that I've never seen, which is not a lot, so it's going to be kind of tough to figure out like what other people want me to watch, or what to watch for people, like what my take would be on stuff, because I've seen a lot of movies. But like, that would be fun to do, like a watch-along series of stuff that people will send in, you know, like, hey, watch this and let's tell me what you think, you know. Like, I'm not necessarily reviewing or critiquing, I'd just be like reacting to as I watch, type of thing. That's actually been one of my guilty pleasures on YouTube lately, is watching people watch movies for the first time that I love. You know, Ghostbusters and Aliens and The Thing, and having people, you know, millennials, basically kids who didn't grow up with it and don't really know shit about it, watch something that I grew up loving for the first. That's kind of why I like doing stuff on retro games too. I grew up doing all this and playing it and loving it and thinking that I was one of the only ones, because in my area and with my friends, I kind of was like the only gamer kid. I mean, they all played games with me and stuff, but nobody was as fucking crazy about it as I was. So, I don't know. I would like to do that, like a movie series of stuff I've never watched with people. Feeling spoopy. El Caxi. Yes, the Spoopies. So I don't know if you watch Red Letter Media, but they did a review of a movie called The Spookies. I think Spookies or something like that. And at some point they were drunk enough where Rich Evans blurted out Spoopies instead of Spookies, and that's become my new favorite term for Halloween time, is Spoopy season. We in that Spoopy season right now, baby. Here comes the cat again. She can't get enough of sitting on my lap. I think she thinks I'm talking to her. I'm just in here I'm sorry, baby. You just in here sleeping. You think I'm talking to you, don't you?
Tournament results.
Little boo-boo. Little boo-boo. She's getting huge. You're getting huge. You're a monster. You're taking over my lap. Alright, we can play better than this. We're terrible. Anyway, can I get a review copy when it becomes an option? Hold on, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let's see. Choo-choo-choo. Hey, we had like 7 channels tops. It's not like we could just put on anything, right? Exactly. Save the gutters from babies. Think of the gutters. I would say my favorite Lawler is Robbie Lawler, the UFC fighter. That's the only Lawler I know. Well, Jerry the King Lawler would... he's my favorite Lawler. Spoopies! Funhouse and Bride of Pinball are some of my favorites. Something simple yet rewarding about waking Rudy up and bringing the bride to life. Code to Quest, you should maybe jump back in the stream about 10 minutes and listen to me piss and moan about Funhouse not being fun because I'm not good at it. It's a very demanding aim game. It demands your full concentration and your shots, and I'm more of a reactionary pinball player. Yes, Wolfpack, exactly. Red Letter Media is great. Hello, CaptNRetro. Your video of the arcade finds was awesome. Michael McNally, thank you so much. I can't believe it's actually gotten viewed. I was saying that earlier too. Like it has the most views of anything of my own content. Like that's not like me making something about a pinball machine, like the Lost Pins or something. You know, it's probably the most viewed thing I put out in the last 2 years, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's the exact same shit I do every other day on here on this channel. But it's almost broken 300 views, and that's big for my channel. I mean, I've got 2,000 subs, but you know, none of them give a fuck. Other than you folks that are here right now. If you've got a blue name in the chat, you've been around long enough and you give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I know you well enough to give a fuck. And it seems like there's a lot of blue people, but there really isn't. There might be 30 to 35 people in all that have a blue tag to their name. And they show up on the reg. That's why they have a blue tag on their name. That's why they got a wrench, baby. The wrench squad. Linda is real wrestling with games. Welcome to the stream. Fucking hey, ball out again. I suck. Cat, I love you, baby, but like I can't play pinball with you on my belly. And in my lap. You're making my nuts all hot. My nuts are on fire. Ooh, girl, my nuts are on fire. We gotta get a drink. Hold on. Let me get something to drink here. Superhero style, under the mask. Legit, like, this is the most people that have sat and watched me play pinball or do anything on a live stream in a while, and I swear to God it's because I'm wearing my mask. They're like, yeah, he finally figured it out. We are sick of looking at his stupid face. Cover that stupid face up and we'll watch what you do. Alright, you've spoken loud and clear, universe. I get it. Just do movies that haven't been done yet. The only one that can't be redone is Neil Breen movies. That man is a treasure. I now call green screen. Oh shit. Yeah, we should hashtag green screen. That's brilliant. The guy is the king of the green screen. Well, he's terrible at it, but he only uses it, so He's the king of it. Alright, game. For serious, suck my balls. We're gonna start you over. Here we go. Like, really?
Game pause.
That's not cool. Immediate ball drain. Didn't even get to flip. Give me the ball. And there's a brick shot.
Hey, how you doing? Bonjour.
The gift of gab. And it went up the ramp halfway. Beyond the green screen. Fuck!
Game paused.
Game started over. I'm sick of this shit. We're gonna kick this game's ass right now. Here we go. Dr. Dude. Well, Dr. Dude, you're gonna get your butt kicked, bruh. Broseph? Broseph Smith? Ha 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 ha. Get rid of that stupid dancing guy. He's distracted my brain. You son of a bitch ball! Michael McNally, you know what? You've been around long enough. You just got your name in blue! The algorithm is a cruel mistress. That is definitely true, Stubaka. It would be tough to do movies I haven't seen. Really, the only way to do it would be to do, like, stuff from basically, like, the late 90s, early 2000s that I was just too busy to give a shit about, or be able to go afford to see at the theater when I was busting my ass in rock bands and not doing anything but playing music. So there's like a period of about 10 years of my life, from like 30 to 40 basically, where I was, the world was music, and that's all I cared about, and that's all I did, and that's all I thought, and that's all I planned, and that's all I worried about. And I didn't watch TV, I missed a lot of stuff, but I've caught up on a lot of that stuff since, in the last 4 years, you know, since that happened, last 3 years. So really like 28 to 38, basically, because the band broke up when I was 38. Or at least the babies happened. We've never officially broken up. And me and my guitar player Chad are the two that's who I make music with, so. Or at least compose stuff for movies and stuff with. Oh, this thing is burning a hole in my nose. The band at the top of it is starting to hurt. But we can't expose the face during the stream because people will just leave. My God, what do we do? We'll have to suffer through the carnage here. My glasses are fogging up. My glasses are fogging up. This song almost sounds like I got a jitterbug. It might be a ripoff of Wham. I want a jitterbug. There's a myriad of B movies to delve into. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of crap that no one's ever seen. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's stuff I can find from every era, obviously. But I meant like the big things, like the stuff that's getting a lot of views right now in that world on YouTube is like my first reaction to Star Wars. Never seen a Star Wars movie, and like I can understand how like girls can go through their whole life without seeing it, but if you're of the age of anywhere from like 7 and up, you should know Star Wars and have seen it. Or your parents are doing you a disservice in life. So like these 26-year-old girl, there's a girl I watched and she's like 26 and like she ain't never seen any of that stuff, or Indiana Jones or Goonies, or you know what I mean? Like it's fun to watch people like that weren't raised with it, to go back and have an appreciation for it, to see how they react to things that you loved in those movies. It's a very compelling subject matter to watch for nostalgia purposes and to compare your own thoughts on stuff and to go back and like, what? Oh yeah, oh, I forgot about that scene. Yeah, that scene is a little bit. She took it this way, and I would have taken it this way. Okay, I see how I can see her point. Yeah, I think it helps with the empathy towards people. Like you can really help watching somebody see something you love or listen to music you love for the first time is cool. You know, like this guy's first reaction to Pantera, whatever. You know, like that's cool. You've never listened to Pantera? You're in for a world of hurt. I dig it. I can understand why that genre on YouTube is a big growing category. The reactions to things like that, or the watch-alongs. You know, shit. Cat, my nuts are on fire. Like I can't handle it. I've taken the mask off. The face is out. I see there's 12 people here. That number's it's 13 on this thing. It's going to drop immediately now that my mask is off. But it's making a line on my nose and it hurts. But the cat is causing my nuts to be meltdown. Nuclear nut meltdown over here. She weighs a good 12.5 pounds and it's all hot. A very hot 12.5 pounds. My glasses are fogging up. I can't see shit. And that ball went out. Baby girl, I love you so much, and you are my favorite, bestest friend, but like, seriously, my ball sack can't handle much more meltdown. It can't take much more meltdown. My balls are on flambe. On flambe ball sack, eh? She's just like, just pet me and shut up. Just pet me and shut up, fat man. Yes, ma'am. I will do that. Oh, you know what? Let's see how these glasses work. These are my old glasses. Very old. These are my old, like, John Lennon's. The other ones are my Buddy Holly look. I think I can pull off both. I also think that my face is causing this problem on this on my show. I knew it! 2 people have left. I pulled my face down. Keeping the boys warm. Son of a bitch. It's because I pulled my face down. Linda left. I knew it. Bye, Linda. Love you. Have a great night. Linda the Gamer Girl is incredible, everybody. Go check out her channel if you don't know Linda the Gamer Girl. You're missing out. She's fun. She makes goofy little skit videos, and she just has fun with her channel. She's pretty awesome. And easy on the eyes. She's cute. Linda the Gamer Girl's got it going on. What's up? How you doing, girl? Shoot. Back in the day when Star Wars came out, the first time we saw something like that, first time we even thought of or seen a laser sword, it was experienced for the first time. Yeah, dude, like, my first experience with Star Wars in the theaters was Empire Strikes Back. I had seen the original, I guess, on TV or whatever. But I was 4 years old, 5 years old when Empire Strikes Back came out, and saw that in theaters. And I was born in '78, and the first Star Wars came out in '76. My brother was born in '76, so we were, you know, too young to see the originals. My mom actually saw Jaws when she was pregnant with me, and I had an irrational fear of water as a child for a very long time, until I was like 9 years old, before I would really go swimming. I just did not like water, and I bet it's because that bitch went and saw fucking Jaws while I was inside her belly. Like, you don't do that to a child. I don't care if they're alive or not. You talk about abortion being bad. Go watch Jaws with a pregnant belly. See what that kid does about water, freaking out every 5 seconds, doesn't want to take baths. Like, I hated water. I was not a fan of water. Sit me in a little swimmy thing in the pool, and I just scream and cry and kick and fight. Get me the fuck out of this water. There's a Jaws nearby. I can smell it. Son of a bitch. Ball out. And these glasses are fogging up just as bad. So, bye-bye mask. Bye-bye viewers. There they go. They're all gonna run away. CaptNRetro's goofy ass face is back. And we're gonna restart this one one more time. My God, the amount of heat difference on my face right now is incredible. Talking through a mask that much is very hot. My mustache area is sweating. We gotta hit some shots. We gotta get higher up in this tournament. Son of a fucking rat fart. And for some reason, they're all fucking smudged up too. Baby girl. What's going on? What's going on? Why are you sitting on me? You do know Jaws is just a title, right? Yeah, you tell me that. You can tell me that all you want. Look at that. We've lost people down to 8 people now. My face is running people off. It's fucking true. It's my face. I gotta cover my face up. Y'all don't want to see my beautiful visage. You're like, this guy's too good looking. Fuck him. I'm leaving. I can't handle it. I'm all jealous that I don't look as gorgeous as CaptNRetro's face. The shark has no name in the film. It's confirmed. Very true. But he was called Bruce lovingly by the set, the guys on set and the guys that made him, and Steven Spielberg. And you know, they would say, you know, instead of the sharks not working, Bruce is taking a break right now, stuff like that. What's funny about that is I am afraid of water too. I can't swim till this day, and I'm 38, but I love the movie Jaws. I love the movie Jaws too. It's probably, and I've mentioned this before, I think it's my favorite movie of all time. But it was not as a kid. That used to scare the shit out of me. That E.T. scared the shit out of me as a kid too. I did not like the Thriller video as a kid. I had issues as a kid. And I eventually grew out of those issues and fell in love with horror movies and all the whole genre in general. And you know, but I definitely had a good primal fear of scary things as a kid. That's probably brought on, you son of a bitch, probably brought on by my brother. One of the first movies I recall, like, with the exception of like Star Wars and sitting down and like watching, was Halloween. Around 8 years old or so, I saw the first Halloween, and that fucked me up for a good like 2 years. Like till I was 10, I was leave the lights on. Let's not, you know what I mean? I'm not going in the basement by myself. Like fucking, are we going trick or treating? Better be 30 of us in a squadron. I was a bitch. I was a little bitch of a child. But you know, I grew out of that. I'm still kind of a bitch too. I'm still kind of a little bitch. And that fucking ball went. There we go. We're restarting it. This is the last time. BFG, are you out? Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. It was my face. I don't believe you. It was my face. Not leave me a captain or extra. I like your content too much. Wow, thanks, man. I thought the shark popped up and gave villain dialogue where he explained his name was Jaws due to a massive underbite and was teased, so now he's letting out that anger. That was Jabberjaw. Jabba, 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 jaw. Jabberjaw. Anyway, yeah, Jaws is one of my favorite movies. I mean, I would say it's my favorite movie. In fact, I believe I answered that question on a Media Glitch interview thing years ago, and I'll stick with that. Jaws is. You find me a better movie than Jaws, and I'll call you a fucking liar. The original Terminator is up there too.
Hey, fix it up. Catch the ray.
Along with Nightmare on Elm Street 1. One of my favorite movies too.
FX3.
I agree with you about Josh.
FX3.
Josh? Look, people came back. I put the mask on and more people showed up. I'm gonna start not showing my face from now on. Apparently that's what people like. They like masked Avengers. I'm gonna change my name to CaptNRetro. That way the song can stay the same. CaptNRetro, it's a CaptNRetro show. Just keep popping that ramp. Can't be anything wrong with it. That was a free game knock or an extra ball knock. Shit, ball out. Yes, Josh, not Jaws. Oh, Jaws, not Josh. Okay. Stu Baca, thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night. Good to see you again. El Caxi, you are the shit, sir. Thank you so much for coming by. And that ball went right the fuck out, too. You gotta be shitting me, game. Okay, shoot again. Thank God there's this ball save built in. It knew it cheated me. It was like, ha ha ha. All right, we'll give him the ball back. We were just kidding. I should have filmed where I went tonight, by the way, for some stuff, but I'm gonna be back going over there more often anyway, so I'll get footage. But I've got a buddy come across here in the Atlanta area that I've hired twice now to fix arcade monitors that I can't seem to get running. I go through everything I seem to know how to do and test, and I still can't get them working. So if I can't get it working, it goes to him. And I went over to his place today and had two machines, two different things that I needed him to look at. One was a monitor I recapped and I put a new flyback on and I did a new hot and I still couldn't get it to work. And it turned out to be a piece of metal on the bottom was part of a trace that I just didn't, I never even looked at it. You know what I mean? The minute he flipped it over, he was like, well, there's your problem. And there's like this little metal tab type of thing that should have been soldered into a trace to connect, you know, a complete flow around it, or what, you know, to make the line right and make the power go through it. And it just wasn't, you know, it had come unsoldered and broken off, and like, he's like, there's your problem. And he, you know, fixed that in 3 seconds flat, and the damn monitor turned right on. And I was like, well, at least I know that my cap kit and my flyback job were good, but I wish I should have just looked at it for another 45 minutes. But he's got a cool test rig that I want to show people, so I'm gonna find something else broken and take it over and make him fix it, and I'm gonna film him do it. And we'll start a little series on CRT repair and like what to do and how to look for stuff and what to test and the quick ways to do it. Because both of them within 5 minutes he had fixed one of them, and the other one he had diagnosed, and he did not have the part that I needed, which is there is a voltage regulator, and it's just it's like a 5-prong resistor, sorry, or a transistor, one of the two. It's like a transistor, more of a transistor, and has 5 metal prongs, and you just gotta unsolder it and put it back in. But the one that I have is shorted, so that's why I kept, once I got done doing the cap kit and the flyback myself and put it all back together, it kept blowing fuses. Every time I turn it on, the minute power got to the monitor, it would blow it out and kill the whole machine. And so then I unplugged the monitor and turned it on, and it stayed alive. The game plays blind. It's a Tekken Tag tournament that I've got out there. And the game's playing blind, but like, the monitor keeps blowing a fuse, so I took it to him, and then he solved it within 5 minutes of testing the 3 different things. He tested the B+, he tested this, tested that. He showed me how to do it properly, because apparently I was doing it wrong, and I would have known that the thing was not right had I been testing it the correct way. So that was good to learn. But anyway, I need to make some videos at his place. He's got a great setup, his storage area is incredible. He actually is the reason that, not the reason, but Stranger Things Season 3, maybe Season 2 as well, had an arcade in it, and David is the one that all the games in that arcade are from his personal collection, and he runs a prop a props business in Atlanta with some of his gear and rents it out for people that lets him use it in movies and TV shows and stuff in backgrounds. So he's doing some kind of movie called Samaritan right now, where he's getting like eight or 9 games ready for the background of the scene there, which is pretty cool. I should do that too, but I'm not smart enough to send off my registration to let people know that I'm doing it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I could easily do that. I could easily get in touch with a prop house or two and be like, hey, I got arcade machines if you need them. Just let me know. And I get to go fix a jukebox on Friday, so I'm going to film that too. A 1956 row 45 jukebox. That's going to be awesome. Or at least I get to go attempt to fix it. We're having a really decent game of Dr. Dude right now, and I don't want to jinx it by like talking about it, but I'm kind of, there it goes, that ball. That's the first time I've seen at least 2 lights in that middle row light up. Sometimes I get in the zone here, Wolfpack. Head for reflex 2. I don't know what that means. Hit the bully is fun. Oh, I was hoping for a dead flip off the right flipper, and I just let it go out right away. That was dumb. Hey, that was a good score, I think. We put a grand champ on it. Cap! $11 million points. 11 billion.
Tournament results.
All right, now we're number 1 in the tournament. Suck it, you other 5 people. 3 cheers for sucking it. Hip hip, suck it. Guys and girls, thank y'all so much for hanging out and watching. This was fun. We're gonna do some more masked pinballing later on this week. You guys have a rad night. Thanks for sticking around. Go check out the rest of the channel. Check out the arcade stuff we found recently. There's all kind of cool stuff on the channel. I know that my face is purple now. You can't really hear me. I mean, you can hear me, but you can't see me. And you seem to be okay with not being able to see me, so that's awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Captain!